Hi, my name is Daniel, and today I'll be sharing about Revital. So essentially, the problem here is that there is a lot of toxic infrastructure when it comes down to the agricultural space, when it comes down to using PVC and other types of non uh, biodegradable or non-compostable materials. And this is what we have found out that, soil erosion and the impact of water wastage just, through the breaking down of all these plastics. And also to add on to, the toxic impact, right, in irrigation actually goes and trickles down into our food supply chains. So the main thing that we do is we want to aggregate food waste and food waste that are in the tons, which makes it very viable, and then we will convert them into substitutes for agricultural infrastructure, be it potter planters at the start, but now we are actually shifting into something more specific that can actually help farmers and that can actually help the landscaping industry, where there is a higher level of engineering requirements and problems to be solved when it comes down to the impact on society and on the food itself that we are growing. So these are the three products that we're trying to develop. So the first one is a soil retention mesh that interlocks and is modular. And this is going to be made out of essentially the food waste that we are collecting at the offtake. We also have subsoil pipes, right, which currently right now, they actually break down, these plastics, they break down and then they leach into the irrigation and into the fields. And then lastly will be how we actually prove that our material, can last and are coated and are durable is that we are currently testing out and a proof of concept with the pelletized version of it, where we actually add frass, the black social fly frass, to actually aerate and actually stimulate the root growth to prevent root death as well. So these few products essentially replace plastic that are left in the ground and in the soil that become plastic waste and become microplastics. So our technology itself is two parts. So firstly will be the zero plastic degradable and controlled, right, coatings, where the more you apply, the more, longer lasting and durable it can be. So we can actually control how long it lasts. And then lastly will be the dextrinization based heterogeneous sintering process, where we actually allow for the material to be to form interstitial bonds and to actually become structurally sound in comparison to plastic. And so these are some of the things that we have already validated in terms of SFA Act 37 and collab testing in terms of the value and the nutrition and the MPK value. And these are some of the products that we have already applied to in terms of the end of life. So it's very safe and it can assimilate into the soil. So this is the addressable market in terms of focusing on, the products that we are trying to sell for those three main products. And this is where these are the growth drivers that we want to talk about, where we have to work very closely with the regulatories to actually allow for ESG reporting to be a part of it as well. And so lastly will be the traction. Right now we are doing POC testing at an allotment location in Pasir Panjang Nursery Park. And then at the same time, we have already 1,000 pieces of orders in terms of the pot itself, which is a previous, but uses the same technology. And essentially, this is the traction that we have. And then, of course, our go-to-market strategy mainly has three phases, right? Prove it, package it, and scale it, where we want to help to sell our machine actually, because that will be enabling people to actually use it in their food processing locations in other countries such as Vietnam and Thailand. And this is what we predict in terms of the revenue stream and the margins for them itself. And that's why it will be so profitable for them to apply it, as we are actually using off-the-shelf bought machines that only require very little retrofitting. Yeah, so this is the implementation roadmap right now. We are doing the POCs in Singapore. And this is where we are slowly trying to validate our coding, and we are going to roll out, by next year. And then this is where we project our financials and on a year-on-year basis, where we want to be the integrator for our customers to make sure that, they find their own circular economies in their countries. Yeah, so this is our team, and thank you very much.